Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Cull Obsidian wave of Marvel Legends MALEKITH figure, which is very similar to the last MALEKITH figure that we looked at, but it is a little bit different, so fear not. If you missed the first one, this one will do. If you got the first one, you might want this one too. And I didn't mean for it to rhyme, but it did, so bonus points. This guy is kind of a cool looking character, kind of a cool looking figure. It's executed well enough in some places and not so much in others, so that's a little interesting. But let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6 3/4 inches, which makes him just about 17 centimeters. And for the most part, they did a really good job with the paint. At least the line work is good. The right down the center, it's very clean. This star logo here and on the shoulders, very clean. The stripes are mostly very straight, so that's good. We have a little bit of an opacity issue, or opacity. You can see the dark red coming through the light red because they painted it in a weird way, but it's not absolutely terrible. It's okay. But I think what really stands out is his face. It's very nicely done. Very, very clean line work on there. And I just love it. The eyes, the mouth, you see a little bit of pink in there around the teeth. Very, very nicely done. The hair is a really nice hair sculpt, and it's very pale yellow with some white highlighting on there, so that's cool. It is the most feminine man hair I've ever seen, I think, but sculpt-wise, it's still very clean, and it's a soft enough sculpt, so it won't really get in the way too much. Again, this is a floating piece like it was before. We have a man purse right here, and then his skirt right there. So that's okay. You do see, though, like right here, there's a lot of dark red coming through. Luckily, it kind of just looks like wear, so they can kind of get away with it. But I think they would have been better off molding in molding in light red and then painting the dark. Another thing that's particularly interesting to me, you have the different color plastics, right? Right. So they had to make the pegs match the plastic, right? Wrong. They made the pegs match the part that they weren't touching. So if you really wanted to, this is something you could do at home, and I'm not recommending it because then you can hold me accountable for breaking your figure. If you swapped out the pegs from this side and this side, they'll work no problem, and then you won't have the breakage in the paint. You won't have bright red dots and dark red dots. They should have done that in the factory. That is a total oversight on their part. Same thing is true down here. Now you can't swap these out, but they made the separate joints different colors. Like, so why didn't they put the bright red where the bright red is and the dark red where the dark red is? That is just not good. Who cares if it doesn't match in the back? It would match in the front rather than looking dumb. It's just laziness or oversight. Either way, they shouldn't have done that. And it's so obvious. I mean, looking at the figure, you have the right ones right there. They just didn't do it properly. So that's a bummer. As far as articulation goes, oh wait, accessories. We have a sword. It's a pretty cool looking sword. It's a really nice material. They did a good job molding the plastic in the silver and painting the gold. I'm assuming that's what it is. Could be the other way. Looks like what I said, though. So very cool. Now, as far as the articulation goes, the head's on a ball peg and a hinge as normal. Lollipop syndrome for sure, but it doesn't sit too high, so you get really good range. Really no problems at all. You can move it around pretty well. Shoulder pads don't get in the way. Shoulders themselves, pretty limited. Not great range. Not great. We've seen this before on this particular mold. It's not the best design. Bicep swivel is okay. Double jointed elbows are good. Wrist swivel is fine. And a hinge, you have the same gripping hand on both sides, so you can do whatever you want with the sword. The ab crunch goes one notch back. It is painted through, so that's good. Goes one notch forward. That's pretty limited. It's not bad, though. It's very, very heavily ratcheted, but it does work nice enough. Floating piece, floating piece. Hips go all the way out to the side. Of course, your waist twist is going to work just fine. Going all the way forward, really not an issue because of the way his skirt's designed. You have really nice range, so that's good. Thigh swivel is stiff but fine. Double jointed knees. Hey, they painted all the way through. Good job, Hasbro. Almost all the way through, anyway. Good job for them. And then we have a shin swivel, which is, they don't really line up well, but it's okay, I guess. And then for the ankles, you can bring the foot pretty far forward, pretty far back, and you get a nice ankle rocker. That's actually one of my favorite ankle rockers that they have. It's actually a swivel hinge. But yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, this is a solid release. Definitely a worthy pickup if you don't have the other one. And if you do, you might still want it just because it's got the different color scheme slightly. And it's just a cool looking character, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I kind of hate MALEKITH in general. But I also really like the character design at the same. I don't know. It's a weird relationship I have with this character. I don't know why I don't like it, but there's something about it I don't like. Maybe it's the skirt, but I really like the two-tone color scheme, especially on the face. So yeah, I recommend it. Get it. You'll probably enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have new videos up almost every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games. We make action figures with 3D modeling 3 times a week while we're streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play video games afterwards. Pretty much content for everybody, so make sure you come back for all that good stuff. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more, click that little bell button thingy. And in the meantime, keep collecting.